Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 9th of April. So it all merges into one these days, which reminds me to remind you that we've got obviously Easter weekend in some countries this weekend. We're starting from tomorrow, so volumes will be down drastically, and some brokers will not be operating anyway coming into tomorrow. So I would expect today to be yet another low volume day. I mean, we saw Wednesday, yesterday, inside bar there on the euro. They're not managed to get any traction to the upside there. I thought we might have seen a bit of a continuation through, never managed it. Looking at the potential for it to push up a little bit more again today, but it's really got little on here at the moment, and it's going sideward. Maybe it'll start pitching. I was looking at this hourly picture. Maybe if it breaks above that hourly 50, it'll get a bit of a jog on. I mean, it is still showing signs that it could push up, but not doing it. So it may just carry on channeling and running in a very small region. If it can break above that 50, I would like to see it pushing up towards R1, that 60-minute 200 for hourly 50, whichever you're looking at, for a test up in that sort of region. But as I say, volumes are light. It's struggling. It may struggle either way. To the downside, maybe any of those retracement sort of levels. Could see it sort of just coming back in range, and it may be a range bound trade as opposed to a breakout of this sort of consolidation. Just looking at what may move it a little bit, we've got the ECB monetary policy accounts out later. I can't see those moving anything drastically at 12:30, and we've got the US unemployment claims at 1:30. Yes, last week we saw them miss by about 3,000, and we barely saw any movements in these markets. It's expected to come down a little bit this week from 6,650 down to about 5,000. If that was to drop more, maybe we'll see a bit of dollar encouragement, but I can't see anyone being too encouraged when you've got that many unemployment claims kicking around there. Okay, let's push on. Let's have a look at the pound. Starting at the daily picture here, dailies of the pound. Well, the pound did actually push up there, and it's looking marginally more bullish in what it's done here for today as well. But when you come down the time frames, you see just how tight it's moving relative to how it was moving. Okay, it was moving very with a lot of volatility, but I'm looking at this and thinking, well, there's potential for this to push on upwards. The move off the pivot may have been a better move, but that was so early, and we tend to get fake out. So maybe a break to the upside here. Could see it pushing up and making new near-term highs. Look for the resistance on the higher time frames here, and you'll see it coming in. Well, there's that 4-hourly 200 sitting there, and then this whole area which just couldn't be broken before that 2470 area, which may also provide quite a strong resistance above. Okay, so to the downside, well, if it starts rolling over here, it's got support. It's a lot of positive factors kicking to the upside there, but it has got support sitting. If it does roll down, if it breaks the 5200 area here, maybe back to those sort of lows of earlier in the week, the 123 area. But erring towards the more bullish. The dollar yen, well, that's another, not an inside bar yesterday, but a doji yesterday. Very little real movement here, and again, it's just quietening down. It's the calm before the storm. Maybe it may just be the calm before the holiday, and I think that's quite well what it is at the moment. And we're just seeing this sort of equilibrium running through these markets at the moment. Could run either way, and so I got accused of it could go up, it could go down, but realistically from where we are, it's not given a clear pattern in terms of which way it's going. It was putting lower highs in, it's then reversed around a little bit and spoiled that to some degree. and chopped the other way. If it was to break above this sort of 108.99 area, maybe it'll push up towards those R1s, but it's got resistance sitting in those prior highs in the bucket loads, and to the downside, if it's to fail and it breaks through the daily pivot, well, maybe a move back down towards this 108.62. Ranges are very tight. As I said, it might just move out on the news, but very tight as we sit here and watch. Aussie dollar, we've seen probably a bit more movement in the Aussie dollar than a lot of the currencies at the moment, and it pushed up again yesterday cleanly. It does look a bit cleaner on the 4 hourly, just running in and hand railing that 4 hourly 200 at this stage. A break above that, well, would be, judging by its sort of recent movements, pushing through towards its R1, maybe a bit further, but it's currently putting a little shooting star in where it is at the moment. Maybe a line drawn across the highs here would give the potential upside signal, but as it sits, consolidating just post the 8 o'clock pivots, maybe it's going to come back a little bit for those, but overall it's the more bullish one and cleanest looking one of the lot. Canadian dollar, well, yesterday another insight, but again, these markets, as much as you can be criticised, say it could go up or down, I would prefer the downside on this in terms of the picture, so it's probably a little bit cleaner, and lower highs, lower lows, but it's not really drawing me into looking at any of these markets at the moment of any interest of such. Maybe the euro will do something and get me interested. Maybe that Aussie dollar would do something later and continue, but with all of these, as I said, it looks like one of those days where you're going to be sitting on your hands on just not trading. On that basis, I wish you a great day, great weekend, long weekend that it will be, in terms of trading, and stay safe, and I'll catch you, and we'll be back on the mic here for these updates next Tuesday. Take care.